In today's technological advances, much of the focus is to make things smaller and faster. One example of this would be television. Think back 20 years ago, and you'll most likely picture a big square heavy TV. Today, TVs are nice and sleek and only weigh a fraction of what they used to. Another example would be the cell phone. This all has to do with the inspiration and invention of the printed circuit boards, also known as PCBs, and integrated circuits or ICs. PCBs are in almost every electronic device that has multiple functions, and that can be anything from a watch, a camera, a phone, a computer, or an intercontinental rocket or bomb. A PCB is just a layer of fiberglass or multiple layers depending on the size and complexity of the PCB that is then covered in a sheet of copper that has printed pathways laid on the copper. These are pre-made by a computer that already know where each component will go on the board. The copper is conductive and carries the electrical current to each component. It's a lot like the plumbing in a house, just more complex. On the PCB can be a multitude of components such as transistors, resistors, capacitors, diodes, switches, and ICs or integrated circuits. Integrated circuits are the brains of the more complex circuit boards. ICs are just a circuit that is made to fit on a chip. This is why you will hear them called microchips or just chips. The other components such as resistors, capacitors, transistors, and switches control the flow of the current and can even change AC current to DC or vice versa. When needed, energy can be retained even when there is no power supplied to the circuit. There can be one IC or there can be many that communicate to each other through separate functions. They are connected to the copper raceways and communicate to each other through it. Most can be programmed to form different levels or to do different jobs. Example of this would be an automobile or a computer. Automobiles can be programmed to do a range of things from save gas to increase horsepower. Computers can be programmed to run faster and to do certain things in the background that the user will not have to manually do after being programmed. Right here, I have a PCB with integrated circuits on it. The whole thing is the PCB, but as you can see right here, these little black things on here are the ICs or integrated circuits. They are what store memory and have other important functions. ICs are what really enable the technological advances and open up many options because of the space they save and massive amounts of data that they can store and send in a small amount of space. They can have anywhere from just a few transistors or they can have billions in the most complex microchips on what they are designed to control. There are many different kinds of ICs. The microprocessor ICs are the most complex and commonly found in TVs, cameras, automobiles, and video game systems. There are memory ICs that are for storing memory needed for other ICs to operate. Application-specific ICs are made to perform one job and cannot be reconfigured or to take alternate instructions. And right here, I have a memory IC. As you can see how much smaller it is, and it's just got a few little ICs on it that do nothing but hold memory. Radio frequency ICs and microwave monolith ICs are commonly used in cell phones, radar systems, and satellite communications. With how fast technology has advanced in such a short time, it doesn't look like it will be slowing down anytime soon, as people are always looking for the next biggest and greatest discovery and are always trying to improve on what we have already made.